I'm gonna fill a pillowcase full of bars of soap and beat the shit out of you with it.
What?
A pill case?
Pillow.
Oh. I
Pillow.
was like, I don't know how
Pillow.
that's gonna work.
P-E-L-L-O.
No,
Pillow.
Hello, everybody.
Pillow.
Pillow.
How you guys doing? We got the Adam Project in here. We got MC.
Fix it?
I assume that's initials.
Mikey, fix it?
Mikey Fix It. Somebody here probably knows them. That sounds like someone Al would know. Anyways, we're on episode 756.
56.
That's what I usually say. I think it is 756. Also known as 64. Thanks, Eric. And we're talking about small engines today, which we all have, we all love, and I assume you do too if you're watching this, because if you don't, that's kind of weird. But Tyler, yeah, we can't really rope him in.
Well, yeah, you'll have that.
But yeah,
Still gotta move some things.
you know who all of us are. I haven't been on here in a minute. I think 3+ weeks. Ryan hasn't been on here in a minute.
They don't like my voice.
Do you want to tell them who you are, what you do here?
We like your voice. We just had to give the mics a chance to rest.
Oh, my God.
We're also taking applications. I am personally taking applications for better friends.
Speaking of applications,
Oh, nice segue.
I did that on purpose. Go ahead, talk about it. Oh, you want me to
I
talk
thought
about
you were going for it. Sorry.
it?
Well, you do need
Okay,
better friends,
yeah,
so.
guys.
Yeah, we-
FYI, ZZ Performance is hiring right now. So right now we have 2 positions open. One is a mechanic position, and another one is a service coordinator assistant position. Obviously, the mechanic position, you guys kind of know. We're going to be working on the cars, working on customer vehicles, doing our builds, and executing excellence, essentially. The service coordinator assistant would be to... What are they doing?
Yeah, Al, if you could just not
Anyway.
build something for like 5 minutes.
I'm sorry. I had to improve it.
Wreck-It Ralph.
The service coordinator assistant position is going to be something where, you'll talk to customers, set up, installs, be mechanically inclined, just kind of a hodgepodge of things that kind of takes a special person to kind of do. So definitely check us out on Indeed. We want to definitely send us good resumes, things like that. We are open for positions, and we will look forward to our next family member, not next team member, next family member.
If you live in Wisconsin, don't apply.
Yeah, it's a great,
Wow.
just to go off what you said, Ryan, foot in the door
Yes.
is what Kyla actually coined it as a perfect job for that. If you know us, if you know ZZP, know the platforms, it is literally one of the best jobs to get inside, which is actually kind of hard to do.
Yeah.
Not one of
We
the
don't
best,
we
the
don't
best.
normally have like open positions like this, so
No.
this is definitely kind of if you have what it takes, and when we say do you have what it takes, like you have to have what it takes. We understand a lot of people know how to work on these cars, but it's not just that. Like you have to have the mentality of this is somebody else's car, and you need to treat it as if it were somebody else's car, not just your car. So it can be tough, but
Yeah.
it's
Well, and
also
for
super
most people, it's a
rewarding.
special car. It's not a
It's
dealership.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's their baby, their toy, yeah.
What they've spent or saved all of their money and are spending their money on. So you have to remember that.
Well, on top of it, treat it like someone else's, but also treat it like your own, like how
Yeah.
like better than your own. You want to treat it to the equivalent of something that you would be okay with driving home yourself. We here at ZZP, we provide experiences, and we want to make sure as many people as possible have a positive experience with us. So,
Yeah. I would say that the mentality to work here is almost more important than the current abilities. You have to have potential,
You gotta want it.
but you gotta want it. You gotta sell it, and you have to really what they were just describing, the understanding that these cars are important to the people that we're working on them for.
Yeah, we're not just a shop doing warranty work. It's you're a part of it as much as the mechanics and the people here are a part of it.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, so I think that's all of our housekeeping, unless anyone else has new products, new random stuff you want to talk about. Check out those 2 jobs on Indeed. Else we're going to talk about
I don't got any
little
big
engines.
new news.
big new news.
Just panic.
Yep.
Standard operating procedure.
March
the
is just gonna
spring
go like
curve
this.
is like
Yep.
here.
I'm scared. It's
April
all
gonna be
1st,
kinda-
right around the
it's gonna
corner.
be 61 tomorrow, and that's
Yep.
probably just gonna make my anxiety go even higher.
Pulled out the old need to do before spring project list, dusted it off, and we all looked at it, kind of freaked out a little
Yeah.
bit.
I kept saying, "Oh yeah, you know, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it before spring."
Yeah,
Spring.
Tyler still hasn't fixed the Sonic that he broke at the end of last season.
Wow.
It's not that bad. It's
yeah.
not super broken.
Yeah, it's completely wrecked. Destroyed the whole car.
It would drive.
He did it on purpose too. I was there.
That is confirmed.
Yeah,
Yep.
I watched. He's like, "Watch, I'm gonna go break this axle."
We already got
skeet.
a bunch of people in the comments talking about their small engines, how they love them. Spec S 1.8. Yep.
Yes, we are all definitely undercompensating for something. I like
Speak
that
for
one.
yourselves.
Well, okay,
Yeah.
fair.
Well, Trevor, would you like to actually talk about the topic? And
So
Introduce-
our
introduce.
platforms, if you don't know,
Yeah, you probably ordered the parts 2 minutes ago.
we only have two, I would say, that are V6s, 3.6s, 3.8s, and literally everything else 4 cylinders. And I think everyone here has pretty much probably had 8 4-cylinders in their lifetime, and probably broken
Yeah, pretty close
half
to
as
it.
many as those, and modded almost all of those.
Yeah, I modded the ones that I shouldn't have modded.
So, first question here. This is mostly for you two, because you're the most built people here at the company of 4-cylinders. What made you pick a 4-cylinder? Because there is, V8s out there. Make a lot more power, a lot easier power. There's V6s.
You
That-
just said the keyword easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, see, the funny thing is, and then you're going to laugh, is I bought the red line because I wanted a fun daily driver that I wasn't going to mess with.
because you would in a V8?
Probably. I mean,
It's easy.
look what happened. So yeah, that went out the window pretty quick. But I think the reason that I've stuck with it is because I don't do what I do for the sake of a power goal or a time slip. Like, I do what I do because I enjoy it. Because I like taking this underdog car and making it as fast and as powerful as I possibly can. Like, that is what is fun to me. Yes, I could grab some LS swap thing and make near 2,000 horse probably. But I don't necessarily want to drive something like that. And there's thousands of cars like that out there right now.
Well, I was going to mention, too, I thought you were going to bring it up, but you actually had a 3800. And
Oh, I did, yeah.
you never modded it. Not
No.
one mod, right?
Not one.
But you knew of modding before then? It wasn't until the Ion?
That's correct. Because when I had that car, I'd found ZZP's website. I somehow stumbled on the M62 block-off plate. And I was like, what kind of idiot would ever take their blower off
What
and
did you
run a
just say?
turbo?
M62
Or
block off plate.
M90 block-off plate, whatever.
That's what we're working
Small
with.
things.
But I
small
remember,
things.
seeing that and be like, why would you ever take the blower off? That's so dumb.
What happened
And
to that
now
guy
it's like
that
the
was
first-
putting a
The first thing I would do.
M62 on a 3800? He was in the podcast a few months ago, wasn't he?
I bet it probably performed similar to a Gen 3 M90.
Probably.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Or was it an M90 on a...
It's M90 on the LSJ.
Yep, that's right.
Okay.
Ryan, your turn.
Huh?
Yeah.
Oh. Let's see. Well, I mean, my answer's kind of layered. So originally, at the
The
time,
onion.
what?
Onions have layers.
Why? Do
Ryan's story has layers.
Why do you?
You get it.
Oh my god. Guess who I have to sit next to every day. So, originally, when I kind of got into the car scene and things like that, where I was from, there wasn't a lot of V8. It wasn't well, let me not say it. It wasn't a huge V8 presence with the people that I knew. Everyone had the 4-cylinders. Everyone had the turbo cars. DSMs were really popular. Evos and stuff like that. So, my first car was a '05 22 NA car. I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna mod this, JK. I put a GMPP exhaust on it. My friend had a yellow LSJ. We traded chunk spoilers. So I had a LSJ high rise on the car, and yeah, but I was like, one SS, and I got an LSJ, and I'm different. I have a supercharger. Rah! And I learned very quickly. I got beat by a 350 horsepower turbo Scion TC one day from Hollywood Motors. Yeah, that was not fun.
Those TCs will get you, you know?
Oh, not really. But yeah, so it just wasn't a big presence of, V8s, and most V6s were like 350Zs, and no, they were not boosting those where I was. I'm in the suburb of Chicago. There's also a time where the V8s and the 4 cylinders were pretty close. A Camaro SS was like, a 5th gen Camaro SS or like a 4th gen. They were about here, and with a few mods, I can be here, kind of thing. So it was the smarter move for daily driving, for gas mileage, for having an overall lighter car that can still perform really, really well. It was the no-brainer choice.
Well, and cost of entry plus cost of the mods. You were
Yes.
probably dollars ahead of the V8, dude.
Yeah.
And making more power.
Yeah, because I
at that
say
time.
for like 20 more grand, you can get the V8 car, but I can put a tune on my LNF and be right there with them. And then, for a quarter of the cost, I bought my LNF brand new. I'm still the original owner since 0 miles of that car. So I bought my LNF brand spanking new, as I did with my LSJ. So yeah, no, they were, especially at the time, for bang for buck.
Titan.
Bang for buck. You couldn't beat 4-cylinder stuff right then. You just couldn't. And then I ran around with 420 horsepower when I was the second ZZP customer with the T3 turbo kit, and I literally couldn't be touched. Like, there was Evos with more horsepower. I was gapping them. Everyone went to gapping them.
Yeah.
Extra cheese on top. Everybody. So, I kind of got a little reputation because I raced so much. I raced cars. I was always hitting way above my weight range. And that's what was fun about them, because I remember one of my stories. I went to a place called Strats. You guys in Chicago know about Strats. There was a nitrous C6 Corvette. I was picking on this other Cobalt guy. And I was kind of like, I still am. I'll say it anyway. Like top dog in Chicago for Cobalt stuff. And they were like, they wanted to race the other guy. And I was like, and they came up to me like, Ryan, will you race for us? I'm like, sure, I'll race this guy. And he was really taken back that I would be willing to race his V8. He was like, you want to race? You have nitrous. Yeah, let's go take it out to the street right now. Let's go do it. And so then afterwards, they got spooked because they know he has some secret. Why don't you race this 1,000cc bike? Really? You want to race a 1,000cc bike instead?
I wish I knew that, Ryan.
Yeah. Got old.
The ease of modding is why my leave it alone plans it very quickly went out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it I knew I was like a mechanically inclined person, but I had never really unleashed my love of modding cars. I didn't realize that I had that in me really until I got to Ion. And then I just discovered I could do things and make more power, and it just exploded from there. And Ryan got into the racing scene, I'd say probably like a year and a half before I did, because
we weren't too far from each other though.
When I finally decided to make my car pretty fast was like 6 months after the turbo LS swap craze had hit.
Yeah.
So within months, there was all these 1,000 horse swap. There was I think it was the E36 around Fort Wayne that was just insanely fast with the just turbo junkyard LS swap. Like, I don't even remember what turbo he had on it, but it was just nuts.
You remember when 5.3s hit the junkyards?
Oh God.
They pretty much like just bounced.
Yeah,
they
they
went in the junkyard and came right back out.
Yeah, I'll read the last one. I'm not gonna. You don't have to comment to it. Read the last one.
One quick question while you're mentioning Ron. Spec Racing says I'm gonna guess underrated engine he meant is a 1.8 versus the 1.4. I think we should talk about that a little bit. And I know you have a 1.8 and like it, but I don't know, man. The 1.4 is
1.4 is pretty good.
kind of a unit.
The 1.4 is pretty stout. They are pretty reliable. and
Like,
they can make a good
That
amount of power.
was probably the thing that surprised me the most about that engine.
talking about
is-
impressive 4 cylinders in the last 5 years or whatever. Like,
1.4 is one of the best for
Well,
sure.
Yeah.
power-wise, it exceeded what we thought we could do.
and they just stay together.
But the reliability, now it's probably going to break because we jinxed it. But the engine in that car has 2 race seasons on it.
yeah.
And, I mean, you guys
Hard.
I'm not telling them anything they don't know, but, like, the car doesn't get started unless it's going to go get the crap beat out of it. And
Even
it
here.
just takes it.
Even
Yeah.
just taking it across the street to the dyno.
Yeah, there is
There's
no just
nothing
drive it
nice.
to the dyno.
No.
It's
And you don't have to know anything about cars to see the picture of you holding the head and think, no way, that thing holds 400 horsepower.
Yeah,
Just stays. Like,
yeah.
it's just too small.
Two things with that. Do you know how often it is? I always got this a lot in Chicago after I raced and got kind of known in the scene. Obviously not anymore, but a lot of older guys who are especially like they don't know that like a 400 horsepower, 400 horsepower 4-cylinder is like this big mind blowing thing.
Yeah.
I would tell them, yeah, my car's making 605. And they're like, that was like way back in the day on my 259. They're like, wait, what?
Excuse me?
How this engine makes 605? Yeah, you want to race? It was actually one of the guys was a supercharged Viper at the time, and I put him to Gapplebee's. He was like, he came back. He like did it a bunch of times. He could not believe that his 10-cylinder would lose to something with 4 and a fourth of the displacement. He just couldn't see it. So, but it was that also. And this goes to prove that why we use ZZP customers, you guys have such a good platform. ZZP makes modding our platform cars incredibly easy. It is incredibly easy and incredibly inexpensive. I mean, Trevor, you have a rally art, essentially the lesser Evo 10.
Yeah, 4B11.
Yeah, 4B11. So you can attest how expensive modding can be with some of those cars.
Yeah, like part for part. I mean, they're both 4 cylinders, so you need an intercooler, you need your intake, you need your exhaust. Like, it's all kind of the same, but
Yeah.
2 to 3 to 4 times the cost, everything across the board.
Yeah.
I mean, we were just talking to our buddy down in shipping.
Tyler
He's got
Spade.
a WRX,
Yeah.
and he's looking into intercoolers.
Listen to this, guys. This is huge for me.
What was it, $1,800?
No, so, okay.
for
So,
his intercooler kit?
yeah, you guys know. So the Subarus come with a top mount intercooler. Again, another pretty efficient, very popular 4-cylinder car. Granted, boxer and all that, but they have a top mount intercooler that heat soaks a lot. To do a front mount heat exchanger,
Because they put it in the wrong spot.
yeah, because they put it in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Wah, wah,
It is
wah.
between on the low end $1,600 to $2,000 to do a front mount kit. Our full LNF, our
For
full
the entry level ones. That's
Yeah.
not like a really cool, like, top
Super baller,
That's just
yeah.
like your Cobb, your decent
Yeah.
entry level brands or whatever.
But yeah, a full intercooler
Wow.
package. You can get our LNF full intercooler package for less than $900. That's intercooler, all the pipes, everything.
Yeah.
Our ATS one, $650. All that stuff. Our even our 3800 one that gives you an air to water intercooler in a car that did not come intercooled is $1,100 with fuel rails. Like, guys, we can't
like,
do that.
and it's weird how the GM stuff is not even mod stuff, but maintenance stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like my spark plugs, $40 a piece. It's just what they are. Like,
You can buy
Sell the car. I keep telling you. Come on.
But like at that point, can you? Because you just put so much into it. Like, do you even want to?
Yes, he can.
you put them
Well,
in,
yeah,
it
you
works.
can,
so
but do
whatever,
you want
but
to?
Yeah. No,
He wants
I
to.
get it. Like, there's a line where you're just like, well, this car, I'm never getting this back, so this is stuck with me and married to me for my
Yeah.
entire life.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I know
It's
you
like-
do.
it's
No
like
way,
I
you
know-
understand that?
Yeah, right?
I did want to touch on the comment about the S252 Borg Warner, since we're in the context of the ease of modding. I used to be a huge fan of that turbo. I
Still
thought
is.
it was, well, and I'm still like it.
He keeps trying to get me to put one on my car.
Well, the thing is, with the entry level kit and the Z57 or 7163, it's kind of made the 252 on our full swap kit obsolete.
Yeah.
Is the power level of those two setups is going to be very similar, and the entry level kit's a lot more cost effective way to go.
Yeah.
And that's really the only reason that we didn't offer the 252 option with that kit. It would fit just fine, and if someone wanted to request that turbo, we probably could make that work. It's just not something I would recommend.
Yeah, I mean, and it takes a little bit too. I mean, that's why we stopped offering the 252 in the LNF kit. Because you saw also the 252 with a 55 AR. That was the first turbo I ran. I love that turbo. It was great. But power for power, that's bolt-on turbo territory. So you need to kind of have like a split where, you are going to have a certain power level turbo for another one that's not bolt-on. So, yeah. No, but, overall, 4 cylinders, especially, as technology gets better, for the 4-cylinder will get better and can kind of close that gap up. I mean, look at LTG. LTG for... relatively low cost. We have one of our customers. You can see him on the LTG Uncensored Group, CEO Drew. He's out there beating cars with a lot more power with just bolt-on cam LTG car in a 4-cylinder Camaro. He's beating a lot of cars.
Dang.
Like a ton. He posts a ton of race videos. You can see, and that's just literally a bolt-on car with
I mean,
a few $100 into it.
Direct injection was massive.
Yes,
For
I would
like
disagree.
4-cylinder things.
I would disagree.
The entry level kit is specifically designed to be upgraded to the regular charge pipes and front mount. So there's your problem solved right there. Well, he was saying the intake temps with the entry level is what his issue was.
Oh yeah, well eventually.
But like that
Yeah.
part of the kit by itself is upgradable.
Yeah. Also, you can do your regular cooling mods, and then, just do your Saab intake manifold, LE5 throttle body, and air-to-air intercooler, and then you're set to go.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty much all you need to do.
Yep.
So,
Ashley, was your first 4-cylinder mod car a Sonic? The Sonic?
Mm-hmm.
I guess you tinkered with quads and dirt bikes and all that kind of stuff.
Less than 4 cylinders.
Also small engines.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I watched all of my friends, like when the Cavaliers were out, every single one of them put turbo kits on their Cavaliers.
There were some pretty wild Cavaliers back in
Yeah.
the day.
Crazy. Like
disappeared.
that's all we would do. We'd go and sit in his garage, and he'd get it on. We'd be like, I can't drive it. It needs a tune. We'd be like, but drive it. He's like, no, it needs to be tuned. Well, we were like, screw it, drive it. And we made him take it out one night, and he ended up having to have it towed back home. I just remember that. It was terrible.
You guys
Yeah.
peer pressure.
We did. It was
You guys
on
are
55 right before Lakeshore.
Oh, why would you do that?
I
That's
don't
the
know.
worst spot to get
I
told
know.
from.
I know. It was bad. He was so mad at us, but we couldn't
Yeah.
help it. We're like, come on, we want to see. Yeah,
Did he
Guys,
end up
don't-
putting it back together?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Guys, don't
Assuming
give in to peer
Michael's
pressure.
talking about the bigger Sonic turbo. Yes, it's getting closer and closer. Hopefully by spring.
Guys, remember,
spring.
I'm hoping.
it's not
It's spring, Ryan.
It's not spring.
No, there's
Spring.
still snow on the ground.
It's going to be
yes.
spring
I'm not
tomorrow.
talking about the calendar date. I'm like real spring.
Yeah.
Not this
Like weather spring, not
fake-
calendar.
Yeah, not this
Alright.
fake. Get
It's
your
not
hopes
even
up.
calendar spring yet. What are you
Tomorrow
talking
it will be.
about? Oh my! No, it's not.
There's going to be another big snowstorm.
On Monday, I know.
Yep.
See, look at that.
Just let me have
Oh, there is.
tomorrow.
Cool.
Yeah.
All I'm saying
I
is,
still got
guys,
some gas in the snowblower.
guys, we want to
Good.
sell our bigger turbo kit for the Sonic as much as you want them. We want it out to the market as much as
Yeah.
you want it out to the market. We will get that thing out as soon as we possibly can.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yes, you can run 0-40 if you so desire.
Yep.
I'm not sure that I would. Stick with stock, man.
yeah, overall, all right, I'm gonna, because I have to Ryan Derek this a little bit.
Boy.
I'm gonna.
Are we going a layer deeper in the onion now?
No, not really.
Oh, this
really.
is still top layer onion?
We're getting to
still
the
okay.
crying layers.
No. So let's just see. Let's look at small engines versus big engines.
Yep.
Bigger engines.
What's up, Matthew?
Let's use the 3800. I know Bo Kyle listening. He's gonna get mad at me for this.
Ooh.
What does it take to make
Bo's probably not
300?
listening.
That's what does it take to make 300 in the LNF versus a 3800. 3.8 V6 versus a 4-cylinder
You
2
got to
liter.
pull the power adder off and put a different power adder on.
For 3800, no, you don't have to. But you need an intercooler, a full cam setup, full bolt-ons, and that's sort of, I said, a cam and a valve train setup.
And exhaust.
And exhaust setup. For an LNF, you need a tune.
Oh, here we go.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, again, small engine efficiency is great.
And which is going to get better gas mileage and probably stayed together
Oh,
longer with
100%
less
the LNF.
issues,
You're just
and
helping his head
All I'm
grow
saying,
even bigger.
The LNF boys and
It's-
girls. But
It's
once
just
again,
better technology at that point.
Quick, destruction was that B&E destruction. I can't see because I'm blind.
Mm-hmm.
Turbo blankets. We already have some in development, and some of them are already here. So yes, they will be coming out fairly soon. Like we literally have test fitted them already.
Yeah, the plan is to have versions for all of our custom shaped turbos. So
Yes.
like the Z series, the V3s, the new bigger Sonic turbo, and probably the LTG stuff and the bigger turbos we come out with for that. Sky's the limit.
Yep.
Spec S Racing.
About the
You need to
1.0.
talk to Matthew Chevalier about a 1.8 turbo kit.
All right, guys. So
Yeah.
I do want to let me hit on this because we get this question quite a lot. Sorry to kind of derail the thing. So 1.8 turbo, guys. We tried to come out with a turbo kit for your market many years ago when like the first ones were getting them. What we did was made a post and like, hey, if we can get 5 people to commit, no, it's 10 people to commit. Pay this up front. We will fund a turbo kit. And we will have a turbo kit for the 1.8. Everyone's hemming and hawing about, oh yeah, I totally do it. Oh yeah, I'll really do it. Blah blah blah. And then when it came time, when it came time to actually put the money down, nobody, 1 or 2 people paid. That's it. So we're like, all right, well, that's it. And then we had our 1.8 header out for a while, and we discontinued it because no one was buying them too. So
Flanges are still on the shelf.
Yep. So sorry, 1.8 guys. At least for right now.
That said, if you're serious about modding your 1.8, all you got to do is look in Europe. They have all kinds of parts for the 1.8 over there. It's a very popular engine. Just didn't take off over here.
Do they just have more cars with 1.8s, or
Yeah.
people
Probably.
just mod them there?
Tons.
Probably.
They're all over.
By the way, there's a cool car with the LHU over there. What's that yellow car that we all keep looking at? That thing, the Opel, whatever that thing is, Opel Corsa.
Opel Astra.
Is that?
Oh,
Is that?
I
Oh yeah,
just
the
like that.
The NA one?
no, it's the LDK guy. Well, the cool Sidewinder manifold. That was an Opel Corsa or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? So guys, there's a cool one. We'll find it. We'll have to do like a repost of it one day, but it's super cool. He's doing like a cool manifold, and it's like essentially a freaking Buick Regal hatchback coupe, and it's super cool.
Oh, I'm thinking of the wrong car then.
Yeah.
There's a guy that has, I'm pretty sure it's an Opel Astra, that is basically an ITB in a LSJ.
That's so cool.
What?
He used the center 4 throttle bodies out of a BMW setup and hacked the outer 2 off and adjusted the linkages to make it fit.
That's really cool.
So, yeah, found that while I was doing some
A
searching.
rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You're not off the ITB train either, right?
No.
Speaking of awesome small cylinder cars,
Mm-hmm.
ITBs,
Yeah.
NA.
I'm a big fan. And it goes back to the whole reason I do this stuff. Is if I'm just trying to make a power number, I'd go get a junkyard LS and throw a turbo or 3 on it and make whatever power I wanted.
But it's the thrill of the where you started to where you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know what people have gotten out of Ecotex. And it's...
Yeah.
Some of it I can't talk about, but it's way higher than
I
you
think-
would think.
It's also just like it makes you feel accomplished. Like if you take something that's known to not make
Yeah.
a ton of power, and you make as much power as some of these guys out there that drive it off the lot. Like you have your Challenger guys that just drive it off to the lot to the track, and they're just stomping on it. And you put blood, sweat, and tears into yours, and you're literally passing him on the track. Like to me, that's way more rewarding
Yeah,
than
I
driving
still
something off
wanna-
the lot.
Even if it's not in my own car, find someone that'll let me spec out and build like a 9,000 RPM ITB LSJ. That should
So
make some good power.
And Trevor, kind of for you because you're one of the different guys. You don't like horsepower. Like
No.
Coming
I
from
like
the guy
horse-
who drove in an Echo.
scaring it.
I just
Yeah.
like a sweet spot of horsepower.
so
what?
Yeah, guys.
Yeah.
So to
The
explain.
Echo with the belt off makes less than stock.
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
So hold on.
That's
hold
not
on.
a sweet spot.
Hold on. Hold on. So, guys,
I'm about to throw you at it.
I mean, all right. So, guys, Trevor's kind of the different one here. Trevor doesn't care about horsepower. He would rather make less horsepower to do a specific thing, which honestly is kind of not a terrible mentality to have. Like, Trevor has Trevor has a few cars. One of them that we know here around the shop, he has this Toyota Echo from Canada.
Yep.
That, like, I drove it to his house one day to get it home for him, and you have to floor it. You literally have to floor it to keep up with traffic. Like normal driving traffic, you have to floor the car
Everywhere.
It doesn't have a tag, and it is we have a word here. We're gonna call it an S box. I don't want to do something.
You just no lift every gear because it can't hit the rev limiter.
Yeah, like this thing is the slowest car. Like
Ryan heard the rev limiter today.
What? How long did that take?
We were racing T-Spain, actually.
Wow.
P-Spain wasn't racing at this point
You
anymore.
just forget
we were,
the shit.
We were racing.
We kind of were.
He
But I
honked.
Did he know?
He honked.
But so Trevor's Rally R2, it has just a nice few upgrades, a lot of body appearance stuff, and then it's like, yeah, it's not that big on power. But he's like, well, I'm not really competing against you, but I want to have a fun car that's enjoyable for me to drive and responsive and stuff. And that is definitely a mentality that, a lot of people get caught up in the horsepower trying to compete with, I want to compete with my 2,000 horsepower GTR buddy and stuff like that. Like, which competition is good, that's what you're going for.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also a side of things where you can just enjoy a car at its power, And for some people, we see it most in the Sonic community actually. Like, they know, like, let's be honest, Sonic guys. Most time you gotta be scared of a Camry come up to race you,
Yeah.
But that's not what I give Sonic guys so much credit for. Is that you guys? It's such a lightweight, fun, performance, zippy car.
Well, yeah,
It's
they're
a
fun to
go-kart.
drive.
They're extremely fun to drive, and you get a lot of smiles per gallon. You overall have a car at the end of the day that is amazing to drive, that is powerful enough to do what you want it to do, and that you can take anywhere you want.
Yeah.
So
They do love valve covers.
they love valve
They
covers.
love valve covers. It was the worst. I don't know what was made worse on that car.
The key
Like
is you
the-
just
PCV
gotta
delete.
run
I don't-
40 psi.
Yeah, either the valve cover or the PCV. I don't know which one's worse.
Yeah, we now have a PCV
Yeah.
kit that fixes that, so you guys can
Yeah.
paint your plastic
the,
valve covers.
Is it the front mains they like to eat too?
Mine does anyway.
That's just a your thing.
Yeah.
They're just kind of leaky engines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Don't I know?
But yeah, if you just run 40 psi like on the drag car, then the valve cover never breaks.
It can't break.
Yeah.
40 psi.
But
I don't know how, but
I think to your point, Ryan, I think there's two main areas I see in the four-cylinder community, and that's one being the me type people that just like driving, and I like cheap driving, and I like not breaking
Driving
things.
and cool cars. Yep.
Yep. And then you have like L's that are tinkerers. They like it because it's small and simple, and you can for cheap do a bunch of stuff. I'm not a huge tinkerer.
Yeah.
I like my stuff to stay together,
well,
so I try to not go crazy.
You're an extra.
the honey
tinkerer.
badger is
Yeah.
a little past the tinkering point.
Yeah.
I
There's
get
tinker,
it.
and then there's like full race car.
Full stupid.
Well,
and that's
there's like
It's
three
like I
routes.
started tinkering, and then it's 7 o'clock in the morning, and I haven't slept, and I'm like lost, and they're like, "Oh, well, it's a race car now."
Which there is, like, every car guy, no matter who you are, has that full race car, full tilt build itch, which is awesome for the Sky because that's by twice as much the fastest car I've ever owned, but
Yeah.
it scratches that itch. Like,
Yeah.
And Tyler the other day was just talking about, he's like, I think I need a gutted, roll caged Time Attack Cobalt. Like,
Oh god.
Yep.
oh,
He does.
man.
everybody dreams of
He
that.
needs it.
Just
But
like,
see, and
full
that's the
race
thing.
car.
That's the thing. I'm weird. I never have.
You
I-
want the weird in between stuff.
I have never wanted a purpose built race car.
Ryan wants his
What?
cake and to eat it too.
That is true. Yeah, no. So I would rather. What's always impressed me, because again, I used to watch the old like No P and Option B stuff. Like I think the street, like I think we all have our little niche here.
Yeah.
Like the street scene is where my heart's really at. Like to have a full weight car with a full interior with all the workings right, and you still go out and beat people. That's my jam. Like I'm super impressed with those people with nice overall full Need for Speed, Fast and Furious style builds. You've done everything from the front bumper to the rear bumper and everything in between. You have a different radio. You have a cool interior. You have a cool engine bay. I like all that stuff. Like that's what really gets my itch. Like I love the full builds, the true full builds on car. But
I like them for show cars.
well, no, I like them on race cars even more. Like because a race car can still be a show car.
Nah,
It's so
That's
funny
not-
how
not,
we,
not the way.
No, I didn't. No, hold on.
I have to agree with you.
Yeah,
I do.
so-
I
Yeah.
appreciate that too.
A race car can always be a show car. A show car cannot be a race car. Like
Right.
your car right now, you could take that and put that in the show. Be like, whoa, he did some crazy things to design. it."
Yeah, I just meant it can't be a show car in terms of what you were
Aesthetics.
describing first, like the full interior and radio and all that.
Oh yeah. No, well that's
But
to me
you
that's a
can
street car.
definitely
You
have
can only have
like-
one seat, of course.
You
Yeah.
definitely can have like a tube chassis drag car that is an insane work of art. With
Yeah, and that-
flawless paint,
And that's like some of the 6-second drag cars out there are literally that.
which is insane.
That's what I appreciate. Granted, like
That's so much more work
It's so much more work.
to
You're
not
right.
use the weight card, though.
I will.
Like, I know you guys enjoy giving me a hard time for it, but I truly do not care.
Yeah. Al does not like nice cars.
If I don't need it and it has weight, it's coming out of the car.
Which I
It is.
can't.
And
It's
if
so
you
funny
want to
around
cry
the
a
shop.
river that you lost but we're full weight, then I don't care. You lost. Like that was
how
the
it's
goal we were going for.
Yep.
And you failed.
Yeah.
Ryan will, it's super funny around here. If somebody takes their interior out of the car,
I will bitch about
Ryan does not care about that car anymore.
Nope.
He's just like, nope, doesn't matter.
There's
Not interested.
There's very few cars like Matt Meekoff's the 8-second drag car. That car is beautiful. That car gets a pass. Like not a pass. That car is sweet. The engine bay is sweet. The turbo setup is sweet. The interior is sweet. Everything about that car is
Interior.
yeah. It's all painted and nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is pretty nice.
It's
It
got
is-
a lot of little
Well,
things. That,
yeah, I guess I don't know. I guess I don't consider that like a real interior.
No, it's inside
Like
the
it's
car.
drag car
Okay,
interior.
okay.
Drag car interior. Again, it's
Yeah.
a like that's the kind of stuff I
Yeah,
like.
the sheet metal work on that's pretty
Oh, it's
cool.
amazing. But like cars are just like you just take the interior out and it's gutted. You see all those stuff. I'm like, yeah. But I don't know. Like I really appreciate that.
I
stuff.
like my car just having everything ripped out because then when people walk by and look in, they're like, crap.
Do they anymore?
crap. Why
They
would
do
they say
now.
crap?
Because they're like, I think if you were street racing the car,
Because they
would.
look in and they're like, wow, this guy has no limits. He does not care to do anything. Like, that's right.
But see, you know,
Line
you
'em
know
up.
Not the fact that you just took an LSJ and are doing. Wait, how fast did you go on the half mile?
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
not that.
I will say though, I feel like a few things ruin it though. You know the base model NA guys that think they want to be fast and then they gut their interior.
Okay, yeah.
But see, then that's I think like everyone gets lumped into that. Like,
yeah. I did that on my Honda in high
see,
school.
that's what I'm saying.
Took
I would
everything out.
judge you. Like why?
I would judge you too.
Like why? Like this thing is not fast. It's not going to
Yeah.
be fast. With just because you gutted your interior, like if it's a full race car, yeah, absolutely. But like,
And you do have parts of your interior deleted. But
I
you
do.
did like the weird
Yeah,
plate
like-
block off thing. and-
yeah, like my rear seats, I did like a carpeted kind of cool thing back there because yeah, I mean my car has like a lot
gross.
of stuff.
Crap
That's-
box.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Like,
But speaking of gutted and NA, the stuff they do with the NA four-cylinder drag cars is
That's cool.
mind-blowing.
oh yeah, I mean, not saying that there are not fast 4-cylinder NA cars. There definitely are. I'm
Yeah.
talking about like your high school kid that guts his
Oh, yeah.
interior that and thinks that he's gonna be super fast. Like,
I completely agree with what you're saying. I was just tying that thread back
yeah.
to the like I do this because of the challenge.
gotcha.
Like, I don't really want to sign up to build an NA drag car, but that type of thing is what's really fun.
I
to me.
also to kind of piggyback off of that though. With that, and Al actually he made me contradict myself, and I'm about to contradict myself in front of everybody right now. So you know how I just said I don't like purpose-built cars. We look at your cars like your tires. You don't all season tires suck. Sorry, all you guys out there that are running all season tires.
Here we go.
They all suck.
Mm-hmm.
Summer tires are good in the summer, and
Except for when they're broke.
yep, and
Except for when they're broke.
yep, and then summer cars and winter cars in their respective case are both good. So I'll kind of I'm like he's right. And I
Jack
hate
of all
him.
trades will break trying them all.
Yep, and that's what I hate because I feel like he's a little right. However, there comes a line. Like if you're street cars, yeah, you can do everything with those. But
Simply something too. I have a roll bar and 6-point harness with full interior and race with the AC on. I'm with Ryan.
yes, me too.
Whatever you have for a cooling system is working. 'Cause
No
if you can
kidding.
race with the AC on,
Yes,
that's pretty impressive.
he knows because that's essentially the snowball. Okay, I will say, unfortunately, the snowball does not have AC, and that bothers the absolute crap out of me. Might add it back. No,
What?
I won't add it back.
What made you delete the AC?
I think I listened to my friends once, and it was really bad.
Oh.
It's probably either Al or Matt.
There's nothing like in the way of it. It's just
No, it's like
Dude, ounces make pounds.
see,
Knew that was coming.
you tried to do the one thing, and then you tried to do the other, but yeah. So yeah, that the snowball does not have AC, but the snowball has a mostly interior, and it has a 4-point roll bar in it. So, well, 1, 2, 3, 6 point.
Yep.
Eric jumping in there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we talk about that every
Do
Yeah,
it?
we possibly do.
AC on
Yeah.
all the way.
Oh, Rob SS Turbo's here. What's up, dude? That's one of the other very nicely built LNFs around.
Mhm.
He's Rob's HHR is pretty sweet. Even though Rob, I like your car. Wow.
Dang.
For those who know,
Dang.
Matthew Canatelli, I'm just going to put out here the snowball almost went off a cliff at Tail of the Dragon, so therefore it's not a secret anymore. Blah, blah, blah. Everyone already knew that. I hate you all.
We didn't say it.
That Matt did. I hate Matt. Matt's a dick.
I love it.
You made him laugh.
GM's pretty good at proportioning brake systems.
No.
We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
I guess since we got a lot of Sonic people in here, seems like we have a lot of Cobalt people. What do you guys prefer? One Force or Ecotex as far as 4 cylinders
They're
go?
all Ecotech.
No, Ecotech.
No, they all.
Our
the
version of Ecotech. What we call
Kind
an
of
Ecotech.
got to give a little credit to the 1.4.
versus like LNF and LSJ.
Yeah,
What?
just for a special place.
Ow.
You guys
What
are
is-
thinking
what
about
is he-
power.
What is he talking about?
You guys instantly started
What is-
thinking about
what
power.
What is he?
Oh yeah, he's scared of power.
Oh right,
I forgot.
Okay. Gotcha.
The 1.4, it's so
That side of
much
the table's
smaller.
Weird.
So much smaller.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
And it's still awesome.
okay.
And it's newer.
But
I,
yeah,
as much
It's
as I
not,
want to, as
actually.
much as I want to be with you on this, and I really should.
It's put in a newer car, but it's not a newer engine.
it's actually an older engine. That's true.
Okay, what 4-cylinder Ecotech came in hatchback?
Are we talking about the engine? Or are we
Technically-
talking about the car?
Technically, the LSJ came in as a hatchback in some places.
Yeah, just not here.
It's not here.
Well-
you can't move
I'm
the
grasping
goalpost.
at straws here.
I guess I just know that the 1.4 will never be Honey Badger.
Yeah, I
No.
suppose I have to have context truly to answer that.
Yeah.
So we all
Because-
joke about having an Ecotech in a Sonic would be awesome, but really, would it?
Well, yeah.
I-
I like the Sonic because of their size and the zippiness.
It's a
but-
very balanced thing, you know.
Yeah, but I could make it zippier. That's all.
But does 99% of the population want more than a V3
No, probably not.
for the tires they're gonna put on it?
Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good
true.
point. Oop. Oop.
That's true. Honey badgers don't give a crap.
All I'm saying is, an LNF swapped Sonic.
Would be a complete
Terrifying.
monster
Monster.
It would literally be useless till 4th gear
No, it wouldn't. Not that bad.
with that kind of attitude.
with
Yeah.
you guys, because it'd be making 6+.
That's why I feel. I'm sorry. Scared of horsepower. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
There's no way you guys are putting a
6+.
stock LNF in this.
6+ is the low boost
I
tune
mean,
up.
yeah. Put on a Cortex and a boost by gear on that thing. You'll be fine.
Mm-hmm.
See, Frank, I own 3 LNFs, but my Sonic 1.4T is really fun.
He didn't
It's
say
like-
he didn't like his 3 LNFs. He just
like,
said the Sonic was fun.
Tim Beek, Turbo Tim.
He has 3 of them.
Yeah. See.
You guys know him. He's got a
Who?
V3 Sonic. Turbo Tim.
Who's that?
What?
You know him.
Everybody here knows.
You know
Oh,
him.
everyone knows him.
Yeah, he's got a V3 Sonic, and he dailies it.
Yeah.
It sounds like he loves it.
I like the Sonic better as a car, but if I could put a 2-liter in it, yeah, doing that right away.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Even imagine. Okay, I'm going off
It'd
the
probably get better gas mileage too.
probably would. He has to get 1.4 is very specific on the gas mileage it has to get. Imagine this. I'm actually going to get on the outer chain with this.
Yeah, LNFs do get better gas mileage than the
Take
Sonics.
a LSJ, stock pulley, 80s, and nitrous.
Yeah,
And a Sonic.
yeah. Now we're talking.
That would be kind of sweet.
That'd be a lot of fun. And when you spray a decent nitrous shot pre-blower, it makes the whine change too.
Oh yeah, it
It's
gets like super
awesome.
high pitched.
It gets more high pitched
Yeah,
and
it
more
does.
louder.
Yeah.
It's great.
LNF swap S10 drift truck. Yes.
Yeah, that'd be a good
Yeah.
one. Or
That's
a Colorado.
Another, good point is 4-cylinder swaps. I
Yeah.
think they're more popular now than they ever have been.
Mm-hmm.
The K series, I think, kind of.
Yeah,
shifted
Hondas
that,
are
but-
a little more popular. Like, but we do hear about Ecotechs and quite a bit, like airboats. Actually, we hear a lot of them in airboats.
Airboats, dune buggies,
yeah.
sandrails.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Miatas. There's
Yeah.
a lot of Miata guys running T4s normally, yeah.
The LE5s is a
Well,
good one.
they fit easily too.
Yes, and they're plentiful. LE5 came in a lot of cars.
Yeah. Which I think would be a really, really fun car.
Yeah.
'cause the Miata stock engines are kind of trash compared to a
Yeah.
2.4, aren't they?
And let's kind of talk about kind of staying on topic too. A Miata with a V8 it makes a lot of power and it's really fast, but they become super unbalanced cars that not a lot of people like to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they make too much power for the
The
car to
weight's
be
all
fun.
wrong. The
Yeah. Like the-
maintenance is hard to get to anything. Like,
yeah. Like they are for sure stuffed in there. So
Yeah.
that goes once again. You know, some cars just engineered around having a fun 4-cylinder car. You know,
but
like
things like drifting, I see a lot of, and like road course that you just know you're just gonna like beat the crap out of whatever
Yep.
engine setup you have. A lot of dudes are swapping to these new 4-cylinders because
Mm-hmm.
they work. They're easy to maintain. They're easy to swap all the wear parts and keep going.
I mean, Johnny Tran did say an SR20 will pull a premium before Race Wars. He did not say LS3 or LS4 or any of those will pull a premium before Race Wars.
Mm-hmm.
SR20 is a 4-cylinder. That's what I'm saying.
Yep.
One of the coolest swaps I saw kind of going along with is a really high end build 350Z track build. He swapped from the VQ35 to a SR20.
Really?
You've seen that build.
I'd agree with that. Yep.
Yeah. You saw I showing you that build. It was a build by TF Force in Chicago. It was a full tilt ball to the wall build.
I could see that.
And they did a SR20 swap with it, and that guy beats the snot out of it in the track.
Yeah.
You know, and he flew it like over there to the West Coast somewhere.
Like
So,
the 350Z is a perfect example of why I have a problem with V6s and V8s.
Why?
Like you pop the hood and you just look at it and you're like, ugh, this looks like a bad day if I
Yeah.
ever have to open it.
Yeah.
yeah, that's true.
Like,
See, that's why when we were talking earlier about putting Ecotech in a C5, it's like I could crawl in there and work on it.
you literally could. Like that was like when I was getting my first car, my dad was like, you can't have a V6 or V8 because you can't fix them. And I was like, what are you talking about? He made me get a 4-cylinder, and he's like, oh, it needs spark plugs and
Boop, 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 boop.
drop them right in there and good to go. Like,
Easy peasy. All right, now, the Adam Project brings up a valid point about modern day age stuff. He says it's literally $5 a gallon here all over California because of our state and county taxes. So, guys, right now gas is going through the roof.
$5. Yeah, it just hit $4.50 for premium here.
I
Yeah.
paid $4.59 this morning for premium, and then I paid $3.29 for E85.
So,
And I have a friend that's in LA that just posted that it was $6.60 something
And it's
guys,
usually
for regular.
what, $3, a little bit over for premium.
Yeah.
$3.20, $3.30
for
here.
for almost any V8 right now, unless it's a Corvette, because Corvettes for some reason are aerodynamic and they break all the rules. Like
Better
gas,
mileage than a Cobalt.
Yep. Your gas mileage matters now, and you're going to get better gas mileage in your 4-cylinder than you will in your V8 right
Yeah,
now.
probably.
9 times out of 10. Not all the time. 9 times out of 10.
Unless it's the Sonic and you have a cruise control at 90.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
They
Well,
get
the
bad.
engine gets great gas mileage. The gearing isn't always perfect.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, that is very true. But no, I don't know. I really do appreciate. I think overall I appreciate big builds. Like I really like full street car, big builds with interiors and cool stuff, and I love seeing people drive. Seeing a cool street car that's 4-cylinder on the street, I don't know, it gets my like when people drive their race cars that are like cool for like if I didn't work and I saw the Honey Badger driving on the street, I would lose my absolute crap.
Well, yeah.
I
Like-
will, to your show car stuff, Ryan, I will say 4-cylinders have cooler engine bays than V8s.
Most times.
In most cases,
Yeah,
yeah.
most times. Yeah.
Well, you have to add stuff to them, like turbos, which looks really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I will say like a personal preference. I know I'm gonna get roasted in the comments for not just this but many other things. But yeah, like you go to like a car show and like an older small block's a little bit different. Like those have really open engine bays and you can see a bunch of stuff. But like a lot of the 4-cylinder engine bays, they're just really ingenuine and like they're cool looking. Like turbos on them and blowers on them and all that stuff. Versus most of the current V8 stuff kind of looks all the same. Like at least obviously it's a V
Well, yeah.
to an extent. I mean, not saying everyone, but yeah.
Zach Smith, you have a Corvette and a Cobalt, which seems weird, but the weirder thing is we actually see quite a bit of that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
if you have reasons why you like your Cobalt more than your Corvette, list them in the comments. Cause
Hey, Trevor, look at that.
Wow.
Huh,
small
look at
engine
that.
do you prefer?
76% of people are amazing.
All right. Here we go.
I'm just kidding, one more, guys. We love you,
The
too.
LNF in the Cobalt came with too much power. Like
What?
bolt-ons,
Here we go.
I want to leave the room.
Bolt-ons and tunes great, but people are turbo swapping those, and I've been in fast
You
Cobalt.
just said.
They don't feel safe. It's scary.
Well,
It's really, really
No,
scary.
no. That's
let's hear him out. He has a point.
no. Okay.
Have you seen Al go 160 miles an hour
I've done
in a
it.
plastic
I've
car?
Done, I've done the same thing as him.
They should
I
not have
understand.
allowed this to happen.
No.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, back when they were new, that they were not sketchy feeling because maintenance on many of the vehicles has not been kept up.
Yeah, those
The car-
control arms like to wear out.
These cars are over 10 years old now, guys. The Snowball is what at this point 13 years old. Like, come on.
And
Like,
there's a large number of customers that weren't even aware that you could replace your control arm bushings when they wear out.
yeah.
You can. We will do it for you.
We have stock ones. We've got upgraded ones.
Yep.
We've got.
Yep.
Yeah, check
Well,
those
yes,
control arms.
Al's car is plastic. That's why he said it.
Yeah.
You guys have the beauty of having one singular control arm up front.
Yeah.
Just replace it.
Your rally are that's like 1,000 up
Yeah.
there. So all I'm saying is driving. I've driven the Model 3 around. You know, I mean, not to get off on trains with electric, but electric's pretty cool too. I'm about it.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Have you driven the Model 3 yet? You haven't driven the Model
I
3.
moved it from one parking spot to
You-
another.
Yeah, no, then you
You,
haven't.
you haven't driven it. You gotta drive it.
I didn't like that.
Well,
no.
I had my kid in the car who really could probably care less, and he looked at me and he goes, "Mom, can we go fast again?" I was like, "Hell yeah, we can."
Yeah. Like,
Yeah, just
no.
It gave me the heebie-jeebies. Don't like it. I'm sorry.
But no, I don't know, man. Like,
I didn't trust it, and I know that makes no sense at all.
it makes. But some things just don't make sense. Like Al doesn't make sense. But that's
Yeah.
okay.
Will Stevens, yes, you can run spacers.
Yes.
And if you want to see wide body kit, look up ICRS.
Yep.
I think it's IC
Underscore RS on Instagram.
Okay.
There's a bunch of Sonic
I
dudes
have
running
to say it.
fender flares.
Thank you. Wide bodies are not fender flares, people. Fender flares are one thing. Wide
Okay.
bodies are not.
But it would still do the same thing.
Yeah, it sounds like that's what this.
Yeah.
I don't think
However,
anyone's made a wide body kit for
The
a
blue
Sonic.
one.
Is there
What
one?
blue one?
The blue one that we had at our shop a few years ago. That was on the website.
Oh, yep.
Oh yeah.
That
If
was
you guys-
a one-off though.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a one-off. If you guys look up blue wide body Sonic on stuff, you
I
will
mean,
see-
that's also like that one that was LS swap, that all-wheel drive rally Sonic.
Oh yeah, the rally one. Yeah,
Yeah.
there are white ones out there, but yeah, they're out there. But
Yeah,
fender
there you
flares,
go, Will.
Fender flares are out there.
That reminds me, we gotta find some flares for the honey badger.
We're just gonna make some, right?
Yeah, probably.
Oh boy.
We gotta get it on the list though. Spring's coming.
I think we're gonna 3D print that one.
Mm,
Scan it.
Oh boy.
Do a little.
that could
little
be
something,
cool.
Something.
I just need a good workable intake manifold for an LNF.
Nah.
Man, if I had $1 for every time I heard that.
You have probably $3 million right now. So right now, unfortunately, there is not a good one out there for it.
We got 10 minutes left. I don't think we've given enough attention to the LTG.
No.
think- yeah,
I don't think
LT
we've even mentioned.
Our
well,
newest
Ryan
four-cylinder
touched on it a
platform,
little
yeah.
bit, the customer's car.
The LTG is actually a pretty stock. You know, it does have its drawbacks.
They're getting there.
Yep.
They're getting. But actually, I think for the power they make, they are actually very impressive. So think about it. Let's just look at an ATS for example. For stage 1 kit, 60 horsepower over stock. If you dyno an LTG and an LNF will make about like what are tunes and bolts on like 300 to 310, maybe 320. An LTG will make the same. While that doesn't sound like anything, the LTGs are all rear-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. So they have drivetrain loss. Even with drivetrain loss, they're making the same as like a lot of the LNFs and stuff. So that's actually fairly impressive for what they're doing.
That's fair.
Like no, seriously, like a Cobalt doesn't have any drivetrain loss or very little at that. Versus an LTG rear-wheel drive on our dyno will make the same power with similar mods. They're just unfortunately they're a little heavier, so they aren't necessarily faster, but they're making good power on similar mods. So I think the LTG is a fantastic one. It's a newer one. GM offers it as crate engines, which is I didn't know that until maybe a few months ago. But people are going fairly fast in it. Right now, the stock record is in the 11.9s. A customer beat us by like a few tenths, and we're just about to go smash that this year and just make it unachievable for anyone else to even come close to. So yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that it's.
And we're talking about the gearing can make or break a 4-cylinder.
Oh yeah.
Both of the auto and the manuals that come hooked to the LTG are pretty cool transmissions.
The auto's significantly better than the manual, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
manuals hold power though.
Oh, manuals.
They
for
have
holding
weird
power?
gearing, but
Gearing's
6
really weird.
speed and whatever. But
And then, I mean,
Yeah, you have a really weird 3.4, don't you?
yeah, the 2.3 and 3.4 is really weird.
Yeah.
It's like super short, then gets real long, and it's really inconsistent.
It's kind of like the Skytrans.
Yeah, the Skytrain is really bad about that. But I mean, like, because Ashley, yours is 15, right? 16.
15.
Yeah, so even Ashley just got herself an LTG, and the 6-speed autos in those are really good. Even and Matt Meekoff, our drag car, has an 8-speed car, and we see what that thing is doing. You know, and that's still a stock trans. You know, the drivetrains on the LTG is really good.
yeah,
And
I mean stock trans, axles, drive shaft, and diff.
yeah,
The whole thing.
whole thing.
Yep.
And then, like I said, for on track and stuff, Tyler is running 145s and 144s at Gingerman, which doesn't that you can't really replicate that on every track, but most tracks are roughly the same with that. Like he's doing very well in a 4-cylinder Camaro, and other Camaros that are V8s are running very similar times to him.
Yeah.
So overall, the LTG is a fairly stout engine. Obviously, drawbacks that we're working on, but it's
Yeah, the stock internals are not as strong as the previous generation.
correct. Yes, but the
Yes.
blocks are stronger.
Yeah, we haven't had a problem with the block yet.
Yeah, and we've
Oh, yeah.
we've made over 600 on the LTG before. So, yeah, it's one of those things where,
Yeah,
you
it
know,
is.
personally, if you ask me, again, you know, me and Al are older, and we came into this game with our LSJs and LNFs, so we're always going to be on those teams.
They're
but-
always superior.
You guys got lucky.
yeah, but the LTGs are good cars, especially for an overall car. Like, if you're not looking to well, even if you
Yeah.
are for an overall car.
That blue ATS that's here.
It's really nice.
Really sharp.
We have a
car.
customer who's essentially has my wallpaper ATS's build on his car.
Yeah.
And he's making a lot. He's making close to numbers, if not the exact
Some
numbers that I'm
jam.
playing. Yeah. And actually, I'm real sad because he actually he liked my wheels so much, he bought the wheels from the wallpaper car. Yeah,
It's okay. We'll get
But
some
that-
new saucy
Yeah.
boys
I
for
know,
you.
I'm real sad.
I have to say,
So
though-
she's sitting on blocks,
Well, she's about to. We're swapping his wheels out, and we're giving them to him. Like, he bought those wheels.
and you're keeping his stock ones.
Yeah, we traded for his stock ones.
Gotcha.
So, and by the way, guys, too, there are cases like that. If you do like that, you really want somewhere. We're not always adverse to selling that kind of stuff. So, but yeah, he's
Like my 1.4 wheels.
yeah,
Anyone?
yeah. If anyone wants them,
I
you
got
know.
a Sawzall. We can turn them into 5 spokes.
Oh no,
No.
Yeah. Okay. Nope.
hey Ross,
Trevor's glitching out over here.
Nope.
hey Ross Lawrence, you said will LGG fit in the Cobalt bolt on to the F-35? I do not believe it will bolt on to the F-35. Also,
I'm not sure anyone's crazy enough to even do
yeah,
that.
I probably wouldn't. If you're gonna do that kind of swap, you just do LNF or LSJ. You know, it's comparable.
Frank, don't let it hold you back. I obviously know enough about the LTG, and I purposely went out and bought one.
That's true, you
And
did.
it's one of the best decisions I've made. I am obsessed
It's
with
a
that
nice
car.
Yeah, it's a very nice car.
The LTG era of Regals are very sharp cars.
They
They
are.
are. I actually was looking at that prior to the ATS.
I will say, again, that people ran a rave about it. We have what's called the ZZP. It changes number, but the 16th mile and the 8th mile, like on the side of the shop, we did
32nd mile.
32nd mile. It's really short, but I, for a short time of time, had a 2015 all-wheel drive LTG Regal, and besides 2 cars, it was undefeated. Actually, that's actually more. I can't
So
say
you were
undefeated.
third, is what that means.
No. Yes.
Yeah, that was a real fancy way of saying that.
I was undefeated.
Other than when it
except
got
for-
defeated,
Other
it
than
was
when got
undefeated.
beat, It was undefeated. But yeah, no, like that car was really fun. It is still a Regal. A LG Regal is one of the best daily driver cars I have ever had. The headlights are good. It's comfortable. Has a bunch of options. It's quick enough to mess around with for some digs. Like it was not even tuned. It would do 1 gear and 2 gear, and then after that it did nothing else. But
The world's fastest Ecotec runs an LSJ block on its filled, runs methanol, uses an LSJ head.
they have the guys who own that have called us and spoken with both me and Al numerous times already.
They're
actually,
pretty cool.
Very nice guys.
It was originally based on a 2.2 just because that program started before the 2.0 existed. But one of the first things they did was de-stroke them to 86, and that is essentially what became the LSJ. So as he's had to replace blocks and heads and stuff, it's basically just an LSJ now.
Yeah.
There's we have two guys out of California that took an old, I think like old ice cream truck or something like that.
Oh yeah, they put an LTG in it.
Yeah, they put an LTG in it. They've literally put
I didn't see
every
this.
single one of our parts on it. Yeah, I think Matt's gonna start tuning it pretty soon. They're like just finishing up. They turned
Wow.
it into a food truck. Yeah, I think they might be in like San Diego or San Francisco, somewhere
San
where it's
Diego.
really somewhere where it's super hilly.
Yeah,
But yeah, they put an
Huh.
LTG in it, fully built, and it's a food truck.
that's pretty.
Yeah,
cool.
I cannot wait till this thing is done.
Mitchell, do they still make the wheels from ATS? Yes, they do. It's actually an extremely popular wheel amongst everyone. It's a good wheel.
Is that why you sold them? You have to get something new now.
Yeah, like that's actually legitimate. Like I sold mine for two reasons. Number one, mine are 19s, and I got peer pressure, and I usually don't give in to peer pressure by someone at this table. Not saying any names on that side of the table. It's a guy. And then number two, a few other people got them. I'm like, I gotta be a little different. Like I don't know. I have
So
this,
what, you getting 20s?
No. You'll
More
see.
better, L.
Yeah.
More,
More
better.
better.
So
18s.
yes, they are 4-star F14s.
22?
No,
He's getting donks.
don't no. We're going down in size, but it's a wheel that I've not seen anyone else have on that car.
F14s?
No, I'm selling the F14.
You'll like them, Al.
Yep.
you'll
Have
like
I
'em.
not showed you the wheels?
No.
Yes, I'll show you. When I go
You
over there.
don't like me. You don't talk to me. I'm kidding.
I like literally. I talk to you every day, and I tell you everything.
Not about your life changes.
And guys, ever since
Oh
the
my God.
LSJ versus LNF debate, these guys have never gotten along.
Nope.
we didn't get along before
No,
that.
that's just when it came out.
yeah, we never got along before that. What are you talking about?
It was a closet hatred before.
Ever since they had to live together.
Yeah,
No kidding.
Yeah.
but yeah. So it's 4-star F14s, Mitchell. You can get them custom sized to whatever you want, and they come in a lot of different colors. So yeah, they will be. You can get them wherever.
Any last minute
Shut up,
questions?
Al.
We're already overtime, so
Whoa.
I can't.
closing thoughts, anyone?
I can't say what I was.
Of course, you can't say.
Get
what
the
you were gonna
Regal.
say.
Do it. Buy it.
Regal Suite. Just know what you're getting into for.
We already got to cut out the first 5 seconds of this, thanks to you, Al.
Nah, that was good
Don't
content.
make it the end 5 seconds, too.
Yeah, pretty
We're
much.
talking about the pillows.
Yeah, pillow.
The
Milk.
bellows.
The pillows with the bars.
Can you say wash right or is it wash?
Wash. It's
no,
wash.
I say wash.
Do you?
No, you
I don't
say
say
wash.
wash.
Bullsh.
Maybe if I'm talking too fast, I might accidentally slur it a little bit.
Go with 18. Yes, Fred. This
Yeah.
is great news.
18s are the maximum acceptable.
Oh look,
wheel
Kate's
diameter.
here. No wonder.
What up?
Kate just comes in just to say that,
It's
and then
Pickle
she
Kate.
leaves.
Okay, guys. For those who don't know, if you say rims, you're a bad person. There are no such thing as rims. They're anything under a 23-inch diameter wheel is a wheel. Anything under 23. 24 and up is them things. DEMTHANGZ. Kate, them things.
She got pretty close.
Close only counts of hand grenades and horseshoes. You know?
Ooh, yeah. Ask Al what he's doing this weekend. Is this a secret? Sorry, I should have
Oh,
asked beforehand.
it's John Sanders. Funny story there we don't have time for.
Oh boy,
This weekend we're going to be dyno tuning Tyler Stone's car.
very cool.
He was on stock engine last time. Now it's on fully built engine.
Tell everyone quickly what Stone's car is.
It's a drag Cobalt.
It's pretty cool.
It's pretty sweet.
He has a lot of custom work done by Diamond Fab. Custom intake manifold, full custom turbo kit, intercooler setup. He did the whole cooling system on the car too, and then Tyler did the full standalone, the relay panel, all the wiring on it.
His
Wasn't
fuse box is like in the cowl, and his turbo's all cool. And
Oh, he's beyond that even now.
what?
Yep, you'll have to come take a closer look.
Different turbo, everything?
No, same turbo.
No,
Oh.
the fuse box setup is different.
Oh, interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a cool car.
Good job, Zach Smith. You are a good person. Rims. Okay. I'm sorry.
Oh my
I gotta go back.
Ah,
If you
You already told them the
no.
news.
okay, some people seem to think that it's a rim plus a tire equals a wheel. You are wrong, and you should feel awful about yourself. It is a wheel and a tire. It is not. Those two combined do not make a wheel. It is a wheel and a tire. A tire goes around the wheel. If you say anything different, you're a bad person. Okay, that's it.
Are you sure?
No,
You done?
maybe.
About
good.
the gallery comment.
Gallery. What about
If
gallery?
you post something on your Instagram and you tag us, we will repost it all the time. Go ahead.
Oh, they think we need a gallery on our website? That's
Yeah.
actually not a bad
It's
idea.
not a bad idea
Yeah.
either. But like, also tag us if you post.
We love posting customer builds and stuff.
Yep.
If you got something cool that you put
Send
all
it
our
on
parts
in.
on it, we
We like to see it.
yeah.
Yep.
Send us a picture, email us, do whatever you have to do.
Yeah,
tag
I
us.
love looking
like,
at customer builds. And if you ever want a Ryan Derrick's level review on your car,
Yeah,
you're- if you're-
Nah, I think I'm good.
if you're ready for that,
that's what our
just,
sponsorship page is
yeah.
for.
If you ever want a Ryan Derrick level review on your car and honest feedback, just let me know. Just know I'm honest.
You know, we should.
Nope.
Never
nope.
mind.
Nope. Just don't. Just leave
Do
it
it.
right
Say
there.
it.
No,
don't.
No, it's on off the air.
Okay.
Thing.
Anyways, thanks for hanging out, guys. We will see you next week. Thanks for loving 4-cylinders like we do. Next week we can talk about how much you love or hate the new Batmobile. And we'll see you next week.
Oh boy. Are we off?
Yikes.